loves, welcome back to my channel. You know I'm always coming to you with those relatable topics, so if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel, and by the looks of the title you already know what we're gonna be getting into, so let's get right into the video. I want to be completely transparent with you guys, okay? I am going to struggle through this one. This one is not going to be easy. It hits a personal experience, but it is very relatable for you all to possibly learn a thing or two, grasp some type of tendency to notice the signs of this particular topic, and perhaps prevent you, yourself, a friend from experiencing this, because it is not a great feeling. It is not something that I would wish on my worst enemy, and yeah. So narcissists have the tendency to make you feel like you are not really in the moment. They like to try to play mind games on you to the point where they make you feel like you have completely lost it. The only way for you to try to get ahead on that is to actually reiterate how you are present and explain that you are very mindful of everything that takes place. And of course, proving your point to a narcissist will make you feel like you are losing your mind because it's going through one ear and out the other. But at the same token, as much as you're able to be detailed and right to the point every time, it will lessen their attempt to make you feel like you are crazy. The ultimate goal is to always try to make you feel like you're going crazy, to make you feel like you're making things up, you're delusional, you're naive, and you have no idea what you're talking about. But in this specific topic, it correlates to the fact that you can not be in the mood to be desired. Let's just say that for the sake of YouTube and younger viewers. You could be in a state of mind where you've had so much mental abuse with your narcissist that you've decided that you're just gonna dwell in the relationship but no longer want to be intimate, no longer want to be lovey-dovey. And that is when they will oftentimes try to convince you that you've lost your mind. Because why? A narcissist's main point of view is to always be nurtured. Their tactics, I should say, is to always make sure that you are catering to them mind, body, and soul 24/7. And so intimacy plays a big role in that. And if you have decided that in order for you to maintain your dignity in the relationship and your self-respect and your inner peace dealing with this narcissist by refraining from intimacy because you feel like it clouds your judgment, you have every right to do so. But he is going to convince you that you're very wrong for doing that. You're a messed up person and you're such a shady person. How dare you not show me affection? How dare you not show me love? You're such a horrible person. What kind of woman are you? Because why? Narcissists play on that. They play on your emotion. They play on your womanhood. They play on your ability to even dwell in a relationship with them. everything has to be according to making them feel alive, making them feel fulfilled. And if you refrain from that, you're crazy. There's no other way to put it. You're just crazy. You lost your mind. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you're playing with, and yada, 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 yada. It goes on and on and on and on. And so the only way to make you revert is to convince you that the right thing to do is to still nurture them, is to still make love to them, to still cater to their every need, even though you know you are basically sleeping with your own enemy. I mean, every woman gets to a point where she is very much aware that she is being mentally abused, emotionally abused, spiritually abused, verbally abused, right? A woman is very aware when she's going through that phase. There's very rare of a time that a woman cannot realize when she's being manipulated in that way. So we tend to overlook it by saying, oh, we're in love, it's love. No, it's not love. It's not love, but the narcissist wants you to believe that it's love. So he will turn around or turn every situation into, I thought you loved me. I thought we were in this together. Why are you not showing me any love? I could easily go cheat. You don't want to show me love? I could go cheat. You're the reason why I'm going to cheat on you, because you're not showing me love. You're not loving on me. You're not dedicating your time and affection to me. So they play on that, right? They play on that, and they start to make you feel triggered, like, oh, I'm not woman enough for him anymore, no matter what I do, you know. And you start to think to yourself, like, well, I've stuck by him through all of this mess. I should have the right to refrain from intimacy for my own sake. Like, how much do I have to sacrifice for this man, for this relationship, right? Every woman gets to that point where she starts to ask herself, like, why do I have to sacrifice so much? Like, you want me to be your robot. You want me to just do whatever you say and do whatever pleases you and make you comfortable. What about my comfortability? What about me? So you will get to that point. And even if you express that, you're just setting yourself up for failure even more. Because if you express that you feel like you're giving too much to him and you feel like he's draining you, mind, body, and soul, he's definitely going to use that to his advantage. So now your back is against the wall, and now you're gonna have to decide, okay, am I gonna stay and deal with this? Am I gonna give in to this? Am I gonna let him completely tear me apart and lose myself in this relationship? Or am I going to go? And to be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, you are not going to go. You're gonna stay, because you're gonna tell yourself, well, I've been in this, I've been hanging in there, I've been standing by his side, I made it this far, I've gone blood, sweat, and tears in this relationship. I'm not gonna just let it go so easy. So if I can make it this far, then I'm gonna hang in there some more, right? Right. A lot of us women do that. A lot of us do that, and it's not okay. It's not okay, but that is the mind trip. That's exactly where a narcissist wants you. They want you to get to the point where they feel like you can't live without them, and you can't risk the thought of losing them, even if it means to manipulate you into being intimate with them. It will boil down to, I'm taking care of you. Why are you not taking care of me? It will also boil down to, you belong to me. You're mine. I can take it if I want it because it's mine. What are you gonna do about it? It can boil down to, well, what do I need you for? You're not catering to me. You're not making me feel good. You're not making me happy anymore. What do I need you for? And so that triggers anxiety, that triggers depression, because again, it's playing on your feelings, playing on your love. You definitely know within yourself that you've given this man your all, even when you don't want to. You know that you show up for this man every day, even when you don't want to. But the moment that you decide, I don't want to be intimate today, I don't want to be intimate at all, because it leaves you feeling worthless, that you still give yourself completely, wholesomely to a man you know doesn't really appreciate you, right? And so that can like really allow a woman to break down. It can allow you to feel like you can't move on because you start to see yourself as less than, because you allow this man to treat you less than. So it's all about perception, and it's all about mind games, and it's never ending, because if you continue to say, all right, fine, have it your way, and now it becomes a verbatim of, I am not worthless, okay? You don't need to cheat on me. I am your everything. And now you find yourself trying to prove yourself to a man that already knows that you are capable of doing these things. But he wants to take away your right to choose if you want to be those things for him. And the only way to take away your right and to take away your decision-making process of understanding that you are human, and in no relationship you are required to cater to a man 24/7 and not cater to yourself and not cater to your own wants and needs. Once he is able to flip the script and make you feel like you can't make that choice, he controls you, he controls everything, and he is the only one that has a say so in the relationship, then he is able to break you down to the point where he can have his way with you at all times. You see how that works? It goes from, no, I'll cook, I'll still clean, I'll still make sure your lunch is packed, I'll still be cordial, I'll still be loving when we text and talk on the phone, but you're not touching me. You're not touching me because I don't appreciate the way you've been treating me lately. I deserve some respect around here. I deserve to be appreciated around here, and I'm putting my foot down. it goes from that to, no, I don't deserve to be cheated on. No, I am woman enough. I can make you happy. I can complete you. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I am a good woman. I am the love of your life. I am the one for you. But you're not treating me right and I'm unhappy. No, let me show you. Let me show you that I can make you feel good. Let me show you. Let me show you there's no other woman better than me out there. That's what it turns into. So now you fall victim to sleeping with him again. Even though you don't want to. Even though you're in a mental state of mind where you just feel like, ugh, I'm disgusted with this man. I'm disgusted with the way he walks, the way he talks, the way everything. I just don't like him no more. But here I am because I've been through so much with him already and I can't let it all go down the drain and I can't afford to be cheated on again. Because I don't want to cry no more and I don't want any more misery and I just want to see if I could find some type of hope, some type of happiness, some type of faith in this situation. Because now I feel so low. Now I've completely lost myself in this relationship that I don't even know if I could go out there and flirt with somebody else and get somebody better. I don't even know if I'm still sexy. I don't even know if I'm still pretty. I don't even know if I still got it like that because he pays all the bills, he does everything, and I'm just sitting here feeling useless, feeling worthless, and feeling like I can't breathe unless he says, take a breath. You catch my drift? A narcissist will even go as far as graping you. I don't want to say the word, but I'll write it right here. And convincing you that you deserved it. Everything a narcissist does is simply because they want to always be in control. It doesn't matter how they make you feel. It doesn't matter what they have to do to you to magnify the fact that they are the boss. They are the head honcho at all times because that is their way of feeling secure. That is their way of feeling secure. Even if it means making the woman that they love insecure. They don't care. Okay? So yes, he will go as far as graping you. And then making you feel like you deserved it. You earned it. You made it happen. Because you refuse to continue to please them the way you used to, and you failed to understand what they need from you, and you failed to cater to them the way how you used to, and you failed to love on them and know that they, what's the word? We're in the mood, because you know I gotta use certain words on here. So basically, it's your fault for not acknowledging the fact that you know their sexual appetite, but you failed to fulfill it. deep down inside, it's not that you failed to, you just didn't want to, right? And you know that, but you don't want to admit that because it's gonna turn into a whole 360 situation of you're a horrible woman, this, that, and third, and you already feel like a horrible woman. Let's be honest, you already feel like you are the worst. You already feel like a fool for staying in the situation. But you can't help it. You can't help it because he is constantly playing on your emotions and driving you on this Ferris wheel of emotion that you can't get out of. So you begin to feel like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. To hell with it. To hell with it. Even if you have to lay there completely naked and pretend to moan and pretend to like it and pretend to still be in love with him just for the sake of it. Even if you have to let him climb on top of you, do what he gotta do. And just feel completely empty inside. You know, the odd thing about it is men are not really emotional, right? They don't think from an emotional standpoint. Majority of men always think as hunters, right? They have that natural hunter instinct, and that's just to basically, that's their survival mode. Seek, find, conquer. And that's how most men look at relationships. So it's kind of strange because they're not emotionally inclined, but they know how to play on your emotions. And that's exactly what narcissists do. A man can meet you and say to himself, okay, she's nice, she's submissive, I know exactly what I'm gonna do to get her to be mine, right? So he starts to buy gifts, he starts to spoil you, he starts to be Prince Charming, he starts to do all the right things and say all the right things because you're nice and you're submissive, and he knows that's the only way he can conquer you. But the moment he conquers you, all that stops. And then you're like, whoa, who is this guy? What happened? How did I end up here? That's what narcissists do. So they're very well at playing on emotions, but they're not emotional. So when, and this is the prime example of why when you respond to a narcissist with emotion, you get nothing. When you're crying to a narcissist, when you're trying to explain yourself to a narcissist, when you're begging a narcissist, when you're breaking down literally in front of them, they would just give you a blank stare. You get nothing, which we often call the silent treatment. So you get the silent treatment and you're wondering, well, how the heck did I fall in love with somebody that's gonna give me the silent treatment? How the heck did I choose a man with such poor character? So now you're judgmental on yourself and you think that you're a fool because you didn't choose right. Well, really, you chose right. You chose the picture that was portrayed to you. You chose this ideal image of the man that he wanted you to think he was. You chose right, and he chose right. But it's just a matter of time before people stop pretending, right? And in retrospect, in the beginning of every relationship, let's just be honest, everybody's pretending. Because you want to present yourself as perfect, as prim and proper to this person, and you want to appease them. But then after a while, everybody gets tired of pretending and their true colors comes out. And that's when the real gets real, if you catch my drift. So now you're aware that you're with a narcissist. Now you're too deep in, and now you've convinced yourself that you have to stay, you have to put up with it, and that you're stuck. But are you really stuck? Because once you get out of all these emotions that he has you dwelling in on a day-to-day basis, you will be able to think more clearly. You will be able to see yourself. I had a moment. Let's get transparent here. I had a moment where I had to sit down after getting out of the shower, completely naked, in front of the mirror. And I looked at myself and I said, who are you? What happened to you? And I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer the questions. I did not recognize myself. And no matter how much I tried to do my makeup, no matter how much I changed my hairstyles, no matter how much I tried to work out and change my diet, I still couldn't. And that's what a narcissist will do to you. A narcissist will have you questioning who you are. You lose yourself. But the moment you're able to get out of that mind frame and to get back to you and to understand your feelings and to no longer question your feelings, to no longer neglect your feelings to please him, and to no longer just stay stuck, then you're able to understand that it's all like a game of Monopoly. It's all a game, a mental game. And once you get out of your mind and take back control, then you've won. You've won, and you're able to reassess your femininity. You're able to get back in tune with yourself and how you used to carry yourself and how you used to speak and how you used to be so low-tempered and calm and humble and, you know, all the soft energy about you that was diminished by him. Slowly you'll be able to find it back. Mental health is very, 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 very important, and it's neglected the most. When you take care of here, there's no situation and nobody that could ever dwindle you. Once you take care of here, there's different activities you could do to make sure that you take care of your mind. Your mind is a very powerful thing. And I once read in a book when I was doing my healing process, what you tell yourself is what you're going to believe automatically. And that is how you manifest. So if you choose to dwell in this type of relationship with a narcissist that you know is constantly abusing you mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally, right? and slowly breaking you down, then your next relationship and your next relationship and your next relationship is going to be the exact same thing, because that's what you're manifesting. And you're teaching yourself that you can handle it, you can go through it, and you want to endure it. So you have to change your mindset. You have to take back control of your mental health. And you have to understand that, okay, after this, no more. I will never attract somebody like that again. I will never go through that type of situation again. And you get back to you, get back to your femininity, get back to your soft energy, soft girl life. You recognize the signs, because that is the number one important thing. Always be able to recognize the signs in a narcissist. Always learn from your mistakes. Forgive but never forget. Never forget. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a long time to get back to that side of you, because you've lost touch of it. Ironically, even though you were with a man that probably you were well kept, you know, ironically you still lose that, because it's no longer something that makes you feel special. And you know, us women, we thrive on that. We thrive on feeling special. And once that is taken from us, we no longer enjoy being well kept, because the being well kept comes with a price, an emotional price, a mental price, you know. And this leads down a path of some women becoming suicidal, some women becoming strung out on drugs, some women, you know, just going down paths that is so sad. I, for one, happen to just be blessed enough to rise above all of these experiences without none of that. Just me and God. Me and God. And I thank God every day that I'm still in my right frame of mind, because believe me, dealing with a narcissist, you would think you're crazy. They will convince you that you have lost your mind. Okay? I wasn't an alcoholic. I didn't use any kind of substance. I didn't lash out. I didn't party. I just sat in it. I sat in it. And that is the hardest thing to do. When I say I sat in it, I don't mean like, you know, I stayed in that toxic situation with the narcissist. Well, I mean, I was married to him. I did, I guess. But what I mean is I sat in the hardcore emotions of feeling worthless, losing myself, feeling brokenhearted, feeling disappointed, feeling like a failure, feeling less than a woman, just all those horrible feelings. I sat in them and I faced them. And I dealt with it the hard way. And the reason why I chose to do it that way is because I'm the type of person, like, once I get through something or overcome something, like, I don't want to look back. You know, you have some people that they heal from something and then they want to keep revisiting it or keep talking about it, keep going back. And the only reason why I have to talk about it now is because I've promised God that if he healed me, if he got me through this, that I would share my story and perhaps help other women out there. But other than that, I would not be talking about it. I would have moved on like it never happened, okay? So here I am, well educated, well experienced, and dedicating my story to help you all, whoever's watching. So ironic, you know, God has a plan for all of us. Never did I ever expect to go through this, but then never did I expect to end up with a degree in health. so that I can double back. So I have the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, it's so funny. God has a plan for us all. And I feel good being able to apply my experience for anybody out there, because I never know who's watching. I never know who can learn. I never know whose life I could save just by sharing my story. Now, I may not get too down in details when I do my videos, because I've often learned that when I get too much in detail, there's people that will like leave rude comments and say like, oh, that's why that happened to you, and that's why this and that, little negative watchers. So I try to maintain professional but also be transparent at the same time, where you can still relate to me and understand where I'm coming from, and understand that you are not alone, sis. You are not alone. And if I can make it, if I can bounce back, so can you. With that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll be back with another one real soon. This one I try to keep as smooth as possible without getting too down into it, okay? Because this could turn left. This topic could definitely turn left. It's very touchy. I know you guys like raw material, you like emotional material, but I'm just not that emotional. So whoever understands my content, whoever can relate to my content, whoever appreciates my content, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe, and see you next time.